Well, after much discussion and debate, the EU on Thursday laid out some of the key elements of its Green Deal industrial plan. As well as addressing long-standing complaints about competitiveness against China, the plan is a specific response to the US's Inflation Reduction Act, which has encouraged a number of European companies to shift key projects across the Atlantic. So how do the two projects compare? Well, the measures announced by Ursula von der Leyen on Thursday aim to ensure that 40% of equipment for net zero projects is made here in the EU, and 10% of critical raw materials, including lithium, copper and nickel, are also mined here in the EU. Joe Biden's plans also provide strong incentives for manufacturers based in the US or countries which enjoy free trade agreements with it, such as Canada, Mexico, Australia and South Korea, but not the EU. So how will these aims be achieved? Well, for the US, it's pretty clear. There are $369 billion in subsidies available for both businesses and consumers, mainly through tax credits. But in the EU, the amount of money will be determined by individual member states. There has been some talk of creating a joint fund, but there's been no detail yet released on that. Instead, for the moment, Brussels' efforts are focused on simplifying planning rules and relaxing restrictions around state funding regulation. Businesses are still digesting the measures announced by the EU, and some decisions had already been taken by totemic European companies such as Volkswagen to prioritise accessing US subsidies. But Brussels will be hoping it has taken the first steps in creating a level playing field that will allow it to catch up with its biggest rivals in the race to develop green industries.